Alright guys, so this is a game I had, so I was Bravia, and my teammate was Spain. And we're obviously against these guys, so I upgraded all my cavalry. I was upgrading my, what was it, 17th century musketeers. And I was trying to get this upgrade ASAP. I had some more artillery depots. Now I don't really always focus on artillery, but I really should get more of a habit trying to get them out as ASAP. Because it's a bad habit if you don't. So I had all the upgrades for them. Decent amount for that, so setting a decent number for my score as well, so it's all set for these guys coming in. I don't know. Yeah, so I thought it would be a good teammate and set that straight up there, but I also was trying to make sure this bit here was fully built. I was a bit sneaky. I ended up going into the enemy's peacetime area to try and see if I can get what I could from that as well. So I was just trying to make these walls quite thick together, so he had quite a few things to go through. I wasn't really bothered about the rest of that because my teammate was quite helpful by putting his wall right up to here. So I got the upgrade, which I was pretty chuffed about. Obviously a bit of a twat for not building dwellings, but it is what it is because I forgot about them. It's probably just been too busy. So this purple was all set to try and come out and kill me, which is just a king. He was all set to come for me, so I love that wee trick. If they're not paying attention, you just do that. So I knew he was going to kind of come straight through me, so basically just backed my full army back up and just went to protect my mines and made sure that he couldn't get them. So I could be split up my units here, and I set the rally point for this. So he sent quite a lot in. I thought this guy's probably going to do some amount of damage to me, but I'm still getting a lot of units in. So, but he got trapped right in here, and he wasn't getting out of that. There was no way of him getting out of that. So absolutely conquered him on that one. He wasn't getting away from me there. And I thought I might as well make a counter attack at this point here and go straight back for this guy and come straight at him. Unfortunately I lost all my drummers, so I couldn't put my units into formation, which was quite annoying. So I may as well just try and see if I can put a hole in through him here. Because I knew I had to get this hole repatched and get this wall rebuilt again as well, so because I didn't really want that to be a problem. Teammate was obviously, I don't know why my teammate just never came down. Like, fuck it, I'll come and help you, mate. And just fucking sat and watched me. Thanks, mate. Appreciate all your non-help. So at this point I was just trying to get my units in place, and I think I was trying to run the... Did I run them around? What did I do? No, they're all still sitting. I thought I ran them around for some reason. No, I was just trying to make a couple of holes in his gate here, but he was obviously shooting at my 18th century, 17th century cavalry, so I thought I might as well just move them up with the sitches and move them up. So I was just trying to split a lot of my units up and just try to make him fight in other areas. And I stood a better chance. So my teammate was fighting his guy. So he was God, was it an accident? But he was losing a lot of his stuff. Still had a lot of units coming in. He was losing a lot of stuff as well. So how many units did they have there? I had 172 there. Like, not bad. So well done, man. getting back to myself though, because I was making good headway into this guy's base. I was definitely tuning into this guy here. He also had a mistake. He left the gap here, and I got slipped right in the back of him. So I took full advantage of that, and I was definitely chewing through his units. And I don't think he realised that I had a shit ton of cavalry coming around the back of him either. I ran out of coal. I'm sure I did notice this when I was like, why are my units getting beat? And then I noticed it, and I got that sorted quite quickly. I'm sure I do anyway. I think I was just lucky about the fact that I was coming in on this guy. I wonder if he ran out of coal. No, he didn't. He didn't run out. I ran out of coal. But I've got coal now. So push right into this guy. Just try and make sure I capture everything I could. But this obviously really helped me, having all my units coming around the back of him, because I don't think he was expecting me to do this. Unfortunately, my teammate was losing his side of the battle, but I certainly wasn't. I was definitely pushing in on this Bravo guy, and I was making sure that there was a big hole in him anyway. So, like I said, obviously with me doing this strategy really did help me, and all I've done now at this point just started looking to capture the rest of his stuff, to just try and minimise what he could do to me. Don't know why I started shooting that. I know I just didn't try to capture his stuff back. So I was just looking just to capture the rest of his stuff. Because obviously I realised my teammate was getting pushed, so I'd basically stopped the rest of my units from coming down here, and changed all their position to up this side, against the light blue. So purple basically left. He just left. He quit. Don't know why he quit, because he lost all his peasants and there was nothing he could do, basically against me. So obviously now seeing like blue how built he was up, I thought, well, I've got two choices. I'll go straight up north and just go straight to his base, or I turn around and go back towards my own base. Now I've kind of felt the strategy here at this point was turn around and go back to my main base and protect it, because I thought, I've got nothing to worry about here. You know, I've kind of won it. I've got the upgrades for both of these. Needed the upgrade for that, and there's these two upgrades at some point. I wasn't really wanting to go against. I kind of just wanted to find my main base, because if I lose this, I've got nothing. Yeah, I've got this base here, but I've really got nothing else after that. And I was just trying to make sure I built more cannons as well. So you see, I got the full upgrade for that, and I was in the process of getting the rest of that to pretty much decrease the cost of how much they for how much they cost. Try and produce the cost of it. Now, obviously, he had quite a large army here. Now, blue was obviously still in his game, because he moved his entire peasants onto my side. I think when he realised he had lost. I kept a small army in here, because I kind of felt quite comfortable where I was, but I'll get a wee heal in there and upgrade the rest of the upgrades as well. Now, I've purposely sent these guys up to this area here to cut any more reinforcements off, and I thought I'm going to now push, because his cannons are in here at this point, but I'm going to push in this area here. Now, I purposely shot these cannons at these mines to kill more of his stuff. I'm sure at some point I did tell them to turn around and start shooting here, from my memory. Might be wrong. A lot more of my stuff was coming up now. There we go, I did it now. I'm sure I delete them though. Yeah, I did. Delete these two, I think. Yep. I'm sure I cut this gate off now. Yep. No reason for me to keep it, so I started sending my units, these guys around the back, do what they could. And then this is where the rest of my reinforcements came. So I think I ended up just telling them just to keep pushing up this way and to try and see what they could do for me. Or maybe turn them around, because I was quite worried about him pushing through here. Yeah, I think I was, so. turned him around. I thought I did. So obviously I just used all the cannons that I could to try and get the cannons to start firing here. Because I had obviously lost a lot of my troops, I knew I was quite weak. So I didn't want, that's just why I think I didn't want to attack light blue straight to his main base. So I think I just again just retreated again and used these guys to go this way. I knew I had to try and do something about this army that was coming my direction. And blue was obviously building up in my base as well, which was helping. Now I was obviously trying to help him regain control of his base up here. So I was sending all these guys up there as best as I could. The size of light blue's army wasn't that big, so I knew I could probably take it on. So I just started using the cannons a lot more, and I sent these guys basically around the back. So I felt like light blue was doing alright now. Sorry, blue was doing okay against light blue. This did help me, him sending these troops in. Now obviously I'd up the 18th century upgrade troops, spotted that though. But I haven't had the chance to start selecting them all to start shooting what I wanted them to. I haven't sort of selected from the build, sorry. Got my first 18th century building as well. What a noob. Yeah, so I managed to push him back here. So I'm just building. No, I wasn't a noob. Sorry, I thought I hadn't built hadn't got that built. But I did. So obviously I wanted to help my teammate at this point. So I rally pointed all my stuff up here to try and push back up to here. But I don't think I was going to get enough units in time. So let's just try to help him. Because I really didn't want him losing this again. I think everything at this point was coming up this direction. So I was like, no, I'm not going to go against this massive army. It's much bigger than mine. I didn't have enough. Most of my guys were pretty much peasants. Half of that was peasants, and I knew it wasn't worth it. So I backed off completely. And started focusing on 18th century buildings. That was my main purpose to focus on. So I think I managed to build another one. So I started focusing on building 18th century gunners. You always like to keep at least one on the 17th century ones, because you got to remember they're full up. We've spent all that money to upgrade them fully, not to not build any more. So it's always quite important to make sure you do get them upgraded as well. Now I got obviously the armor upgrade. I wanted to get the balloon because I really kind of wanted to see what he was going to be bringing in. If he was going to bring anything else in. I was just trying to take the bits off of him with my cavalry. So I saw this coming in. So it's just the nick of time I had that balloon. So I felt quite happy with that. So letting you capture any of this stuff, mate. And I just started torching everything. I was like, nope, you're not getting any of this stuff, mate. So everything in here just got torched. What is it? But you're not getting any of it. Yeah, kept obviously pushing him up here. Because he was just sending his units in a little bit of drips and drabs. I now obviously had my own 18th century pikemen coming in. Now he was shitting on me. Like proper shitting on me. At this point, I just started using all these guys. No, I didn't. I thought I did, but I didn't. Obviously, he was taking the tech that he got. Oh my god, it's like peasants on that. What is it? A lot of peasants on that. Yeah. So he obviously was pushing in on me again. Blue was trying to. Was slowly rebuilding. He was slowly rebuilding. So I was obviously just trying to make sure that I get enough units around, so wasn't making any big massive pulls on this guy. So yeah, so I think he ended up sending. Don't know. I think they must have all got killed by my peasants. I don't know. But yeah. So I'm quite glad I kind of kept all these alive and didn't destroy them. Because it still had one of these, at least one of these coal mines anyway. So didn't see the point keep pushing on this guy if I was wasting units. I'd rather get a wee build up for more troops. And I thought, well, Blue, sorry, tough shit, mate. You're losing these anyway, left, right, and centre, mate. So I'm not wanting to keep wasting units. Trying to defend that. So I thought I'll just leave it and back off. I'd obviously like 3 cannons now at this point. I was building a third one. Yeah, there's my third 18th century barracks. I think I went for 18th century musketeers. I think I just decided just to go straight for all pikemen. Yeah, I did. So I decided to go for all pikemen. Should have been upgrading them at this point. I don't know why I wasn't. But I think I could afford another barracks, so I just went for another barracks as well. Thought that will probably give me some good more units boost. Had these all guys all fully upgraded at this point now. Pretty sure I think I built 10 of these just to capture my mines back. You can obviously see the full map at this point. Now he obviously had 18th century tech at this point. What he was doing with it, don't know. It doesn't look like he was actually doing anything. He had his own balloon as well. But I wanted to capture all my mines back again. So I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I sent. I must have dragons. I must have sent. I think I only sent like a couple. Where's my rally point? Oh. And I rebuilt my barracks back up. So, like I say, guys, I didn't really want to be going against a massive army. So, until I rebuilt back up. Yes, that's what I did. So I rally pointed everything basically to here to try and get him to start building troops down this way, to try and, because I thought I'm not going to go right against that. Fuck that. He had four. He had 4 centuries. He had 4 18th century. What is it? Barracks. And I had 4 stables and 3 musketeers, 3 17th century barracks, and 3 of the 18th century ones as well. So I'll just move my cannons up and see what damage I can start doing, because I didn't feel I was paying attention, and I feel like I made the right decision here, because he wasn't paying attention. I was just managing to kill all these guys, so I was quite happy with that. I'm going to take full advantage of that if he's not going to be paying attention. No idea what the cannon was doing, but the cannon was going straight for it. He obviously was trying to build a wall here to try and get some defences up. No idea what the cannon was doing, but so obviously he realised what I was doing. He's moved up, so I've just turned all my cannons around, moved these 17th century troops up to try and protect the cannons, and then I moved my entire army up here as well. Again, I tried to cut him off, basically up here, and moved this entire army up this way to try and cut him off again, and to stop any more units from coming in this, getting built in this area. Teammate obviously came and helped me as well, but sure I'll lose a lot of troops here. Cannons were probably obviously helping as well, so and then obviously my teammate coming in really helped. Like I say, I was losing a lot of units though. So This obviously had helped teammate coming in there and just being a bit more of a cannon fodder there. But I had a lot of cannons, so I had a lot of units, so, and I was pushing in quite hard on this guy this time. So at this point I just wanted to try and cut him off here, and I reopened this gate here, and then started pushing my units in this way. I realised he was retreating. I thought, bliss, he's finally retreating. So I was just trying to cut off the rest of these troops from retreating with what units I had here, and then obviously I was using the rest of my units to get them in this section here. I changed all the rally points, I'm sure. I did change all the rally points. I changed them up to here. I'm sure I did finally change them here. I managed to defeat the rest of these troops that were retreating, which I was quite pleased at, because I didn't want any of them trying to get out. Just defeating the rest of these guys, so I had more reinforcements coming up anyway, and I wasn't going to let these guys get away. Especially with him having Matek, because he was building a lot more horsemen as well. So also he's building his own 17th century units too. So he had a lot of units, and he had a lot of peasants. So so obviously he could definitely afford a lot. So obviously I had this nice wee mini wee army down here. I think I do change the rally points here now. Are you still up here? No, they're still there. No, I never changed it, but I thought I did. So, it's pretty chuffed with I was holding this guy back again. I think I got the rest of these. Yeah, I was just filling in the rest of these gaps, so I noticed there was a few gaps here. So yeah, again, just try to use my cannons to force a hole in this, and I wasn't going to go straight against his army. I was going to try to make these small gaps and take this over. Destroyed it just before I got to it. If he had let me capture that, I would have had Spain's tech. I would have just held back, waited until I built up a wee bit more Spain's tech, or even just tried to build it here, ready for me to pushing that side. So now I was just moving my cannons to make more holes in these walls, because I thought I'm not going in this one area. I'm going to make more holes in these walls. Was it to try and push on this guy? So see if I could make a couple of more holes. I ran out dwellings again. Crazy that I ran out them again. Could have probably went for another 18th century, what is it, building? Must have built something anyway. Maybe another, yeah, I went for, decided to go for another stable. So I have 5 now. There's the other one there. Just decided to build it down here, so. So obviously I was rebuilding a lot more dwellings again, so bit of a noob for not what do you call it, building that. I wasn't really that arsed, I was just using my cannons to blow holes in them. Just try to make more holes, so I had more places to come in, and I thought, oh, I could destroy some of that stuff there. I'll take full advantage of that. Obviously, when I realised he had quite a large army there, I'll take advantage of that too. Start shooting right into this wee area here. All I was trying to do is try to drag him into me, so I finally managed to build that. Glad I did. So yeah, had my 18th century units all upgraded as well, which was good. All I was trying to do is just try to do the rest of my upgrades. So he was sending the wee army out there, but at this point I was already sending my dragoons over here to protect the cannons, because I thought I will end up sending something up to try and capture them. I was just trying to eliminate more of these units here, because the less units I need to kill, the better. Because now I feel I didn't have really a big army, so he just, at this point, he just sent everything in at this point. And I thought, well, let them come in a little bit. And I think I had them on auto fire. That's the reason why they fired like that. Like here's the big battle. Here comes the big battle. But I was shredding him. Completely shredding his units. So they were the Bravo units that he was sending in there. Was it? So I still had a lot of cannons. I absolutely streamlined through this bit here. Struggled a little bit in the middle here, because this is where his more of his units were upgraded. But I was making good progress at this bottom bit. Lost all my cannons, unfortunately, but I wasn't fussed, because at this point I was just trying to push straight into his base, and I used all these guys just to keep pushing up this way, and then the rest of the army to push up north. And I thought still had all these guys coming in. I really want my cannons back. So sort of one of my main focuses were to try and get all my cannons back. And at this point, it's game over. That was him. He's quit. That's him gone, so he quit. Straight as soon as I conquered over his army, that was him. It was a good game though, really enjoyed it.